Welcome to the MLS Show. It is the match preview video as we move towards Matchday 5 in MLS. Just a quick one, I'll go through the games. I don't know whether I've tagged this onto the news a couple of times, I've done it separately. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Should this just be tagged on to the News Weekly Roundup, or is it better just as a standalone preview? You decide, people, you decide. Right, let's get straight into it. The first game of the weekend is New England Revolution against New York Red Bulls. This one, for me, will be, I think it's going to be a really good game. New England Revolution welcoming back Lee Win after he missed their 1-1 draw at New York City last week. This would be an interesting one. The Red Bulls had a nightmare out in the first two games, didn't they? Scoring no goals, conceding 5 after a couple of defeats, but come back in a tremendous game against Houston Dynamo to win 4-3 last time out. So this one for me could be an absolute cracker. But I've gone for 2-2. Quite simply, I can't split them. I'm going to say 2-2. I don't think Red Bulls are kicked fully in there, and Revolution just the good, but just not getting over that finish line. I mean, last week the chances they had at New York City on the counter attack to kill that game, which they had 3 or 4 excellent opportunities. Charlie Davis just pulled the trigger. Great feet, great movement, pull the trigger a little bit more. I'm going for a 2-2 draw in the first game of the weekend. I'm recording this on Friday and it's on tonight and I can't wait. Chicago Fire against Philadelphia Union. Again, I have gone for a draw here. I have gone ones each, 1-1. Philadelphia Union have been good this season. They have been impressive, all right. They certainly have. They won at Columbus. They beat New England Revolution 3-0 last time out. CJ Sapong was just Sapong and everything. Not even a thing, is it? But I've just made it a thing. Chicago Fire, they were wide open on match day 1 against New York City. It was like they took the stereotypical we don't defend in MLS and they made it even worse. But Paunovic, I think someone told me, Veljko Paunovic, I think someone said his name is, has certainly tightened them up, and I've been impressed with the way that they've defended as a unit since. So I think this one's going to be a tight one, and I'm going for 1-1. Colorado Rapids against Toronto FC. In the news roundup video, I spoke about Kevin Doyle's horrible leg injury that he received while on international duty with the Republic of Ireland. He's going to be out for about a month, and I think Colorado are going to miss him, because he's the focal point. He's a man that knocks things down for people. He's a difficult customer to mark. And although I think Colorado will improve with the addition of Jermaine Jones and Tim Howard as they go forward, I think they're going to come up just a little bit short in this one against Toronto. Toronto FC have got Giovinco, and when you've got Giovinco, nothing else matters. Last year's MVP is obviously a absolutely top player. And I was impressed at them last time out. They got beat 1-0 at Sporting Kansas City with a goal that probably shouldn't have stood, but missed good chances at 0-0. Endo, who was being impressive, he hit the underside of the bar, didn't he, in that game? So I think Toronto, they went on to New York Red Bulls and won 2-0. And I think they're a solid, strong side. And Josie Altidore scored for the United States men's national team against Guatemala earlier in the week. And that'll do his confidence the world of good. And he can be a big asset for Toronto going forward. And obviously Michael Bradley, confidence after that, that win. But like you say, when you've got Giovinco, you can win any game. And I'm going for a 2-1 Toronto win here. Sporting Kansas City against Real Salt Lake. Sporting KC, still the only team with 100% record in MLS. And I'm tipping them to maintain that this weekend. Always got a strong home record. And I'm going for the game. Even though Real Salt Lake and Joao Plata have impressed me no end this season, I just think that Sport and KC will edge them out this time round. I think Dom Dwyer will get the all-important goal for KC. So I'm going for 2-1 to Sport and Kansas City. FC Dallas against Columbus Crew. Dallas, I love watching them. Absolutely love watching them. Watched them last week dismantle DC United on the counter-attack. DC had all of the ball and Dallas just bum. Barrios goal. Diaz was pulling strings. Urruti got him in amongst the goals as well. You've got Castillo, Kellen Acosta's back this weekend. You can just wax lyrical about them. You know, I love watching them, so fast and strong on the break. And it'll happen, you know, I think this one is a tough one to call because Columbus Crew just haven't started. Basically just have not started this season. And they have got a lot of firepower with Kamara and with Finley and with Merrim and with Higuain. But for me, this time out, I'm going for a Dallas victory. I'm sorry, Columbus. I do believe you will improve and make the playoffs. I don't think I can't see a situation this season where Columbus Crew aren't in the playoffs, but I'm going for a Dallas home win 3-1 in this one. Seattle Sounders against Montreal Impact. Seattle have just struggled, haven't they? They've been short in every game they've played so far this season. They've had injuries, of course they have. For me, they haven't dealt with Obafemi Martins going in the final third. They look short. They've brought in Hercules Gomez to try and lighten the load on Clint Dempsey, who of course scored for the USA earlier in the week, so that might pick him up and kickstart his season almost. Jordan Morris has been in and out. He's looked good in some games and he's looked a little bit short in others. They need something else. They brought in Gomez. Montreal Impact started at like a house on fire, didn't they? Absolutely fantastic. But I'm going to say I'm going for a Montreal victory here. I'm going for a Montreal Impact win 2-1. They lost. The only game they've lost at Dallas. Other than that, they've been very good. So I'm going for Montreal to nick this 2-1. Sorry, Seattle fans. Vancouver Whitecaps against LA Galaxy. Vancouver, a couple of defeats in their opening 2 games, but I've turned that around with a couple of wins, and I see them winning this one as well. I'm afraid. I think Galaxy have got quite a few injuries going into this one. I think Vancouver have got their rhythm going now. Yes, they won with a penalty last week. They've had a couple of dubious penalties, haven't they, already this season? But I think they nick this one 2-1. San Jose Earthquakes against DC United. I see nothing other than a San Jose victory. I'm sorry, DC. Ben Olsen needs to sort himself out here with this team. Needs to mix it up a little bit. Needs to do something a bit different. He needs to get Luciano Costa in the side. He needs to move Nick De Leon out wide into an area where he can cause damage. He needs to get some help up to Espindola. You know, Saborio should be back. But San Jose have impressed me this season so far in terms of how good they've been at the back. You know, Bernardes, I think his name was excellent the other week when they beat Portland. Sims, I think in Wondolowski, you give him a chance, he scores goals. That's what he does. And I just think they're going to be a little bit too strong. I just don't think DC they just haven't started the season well, and I don't think Ben Olsen's got them in any kind of run, any kind of rhythm at the minute. They were all over the place at times against Dallas last week. I'm going for a San Jose 2-0 victory. And then the final game of the weekend, I will be keeping a very big eye on this one, of course. Orlando City against Portland Timbers. And I'm going, unsurprisingly, for a Orlando City home victory against the current MLS Cup holders. It could quite easily go the other way, but I just think Orlando, 2 draws from their opening 2 home games. Strange games, to be honest with you, against Real Salt Lake. Went 2-0 down, scored 2 very, very late goals against Chicago Fire. Up early, conceded early, played against 10 men for an hour, didn't get the ball, moved quick enough, frustrating 1-1 draw. Then go to New York City, score early again, and then are able to hold on and should have increased their lead on the counter-attack. Portland, a strong side, good strong side. Portland Timbers, good side, very, very good side, let's be honest. And a little bit of everything from them when you watch them, and beat Columbus Crew early on, didn't they? And drew its Real Salt Lake last time. So not being great at the back so far this season. And I think Orlando can cause them problems. So I'm going for a 2-1 Orlando City victory. There you have it. There's my match previews for this weekend. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Let me know your predictions as well. Give the video a thumbs up. Like us on Facebook. Not enough of you liking us over there. Follow us on Twitter at the MLS Show. Give us a subscribe, tell your mates about us, just spread the word, and thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you probably on Sunday or Monday. Sunday with most of the match reactions in another video. But thanks very much again for watching. I'll catch you next time on the MLS Show. Not getting over that finish line. I mean, last week, the chances they had at New York City on the counter-attack to kill that game, you know, they had 3 or 4 excellent opportunities. Charlie Davis just pulled the trigger. Great feet, great movement, pull the trigger a little bit more. I'm going for a 2-2 in this game against Houston Dynamo to win 4-3 last time out. So this one for me could be an absolute cracker. But I've gone for 2-2. Quite simply, I can't split them. I'm going to say 2-2. I don't think Red Bulls are kicked fully in there. And Revolution, just the good. Just Revolution welcoming back Lee Wynn after he missed their 1-1 draw at New York City last week. This would be an interesting one. The Red Bulls had a nightmare out in the first 2 games, didn't they? You know, scoring no goals, conceding 5 after a couple of defeats, but come back in a tremendous. Just be tagged on to the News Weekly Roundup, or is it better just as a standalone preview? You decide, people, you decide. Right, let's get straight into it. The first game of the weekend is New England Revolution against New York Red Bulls. This one, for me, will be, I think it's going to be a really good game. New England. Welcome to the MLS Show. It is the match preview video. As we move towards match day 5 in MLS. Just a quick one, I'll go through the games. I don't know whether I've tagged this onto the news a couple of times. I've done it separately. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Should this